Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Agent Lee, and I'd like to share with you about what's called a pagoda effect. So we see the semi-log chart of Bitcoin. And there is a very common pattern called the head and shoulders top. Left shoulders, head, right shoulders. Boom, like this. Very nice. The neckline is clearly prominent, and the proportion with the left shoulder and right shoulder isn't the best, but that is not the objective. The apparent clarity of the left and right shoulders, along with the head, is quite clear. So we have a head and shoulders that confirmed. We, in fact, I think have another head and shoulders, a mini one, right here. Okay, where we have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breached, came back up, which is quite common, in fact, and then bleached again to morph into this larger head and shoulders, which then got confirmed. Now, I'd like to also share with you the potential of a larger head and shoulders, like this, where we will get a pagoda effect. That is the building of small, larger, even larger head and shoulder patterns. Going like this. And if we take the minimum price run potential for the second one, we would see that going to approximately, let's say, 8.2K. All right, so instead of having this angle to the left, let's see if we can bring that down to there. Okay, and have it something like this. Now we have a definitive, far more classical, should I say, head and shoulders, a larger base of the pagoda effect. And for those of you who don't know what a pagoda is, it's like one of these. And if you can see the example here with the pagoda effect here, the pagoda effect, this is the pagoda style of building. It's quite similar in pattern. Now, two things to note. As the pagoda builds bigger and bigger head and shoulders, to me, the weaker that largest head and shoulder becomes, not weaker, the less likely for it to be triggered. That's the first point. The smaller ones are most likely to get triggered. As it gets bigger, it's less likely to get triggered. The reason is because the selling power is dissipating. That's why. But once the right shoulder is built, if there's enough of a reload, and if this larger one does execute and get confirmed, we are looking at a price run to the downside of about 5.9K. And that's the minimum. They didn't call it minimum for nothing. Usually the minimum is what? Exceeded. So I wanted to share this with you from an awareness perspective. Many other bulls are calling the correction to be finished, and to all-time new highs we go. Is it possible? Yes. But to me, possible and probable are very different concepts. The reason why I think that's not probably likely is because Bitcoin does not know how to correct quickly on an intermediate or higher level of a trend. So it'll likely take time. It has to eat time. Why is that? The liquidity of Bitcoin compared to, for example, the S&P 500, which just free falls on a correction and pretty much corrects quickly while crawling upwards on an uptrend, taking a lot of time, almost the opposite of Bitcoin. It's because the S&P 500's liquidity is far larger than that of Bitcoin, and participation as well. So I think this will probably eat more time or need more time, and God forbid to imagine if it goes past the halving. Something no one's talking about. Maybe it'll go well into April. Many are talking war that is finished, using very elaborate techniques of ratios, counts, Fibonacci's. But I think much of that is really residual effect of the bulls still wishing to be on that uptrend ASAP. I hope you find this to be helpful. On hedging.com, we have daily Bitcoin analysis as well as custom analysis of your coins. Have a great day.